some short films are led by narrative, but some are led by genre, and it's interesting to kind of see how the two do that differently. I looked at two short films. One was driven by narrative and the other genre. The first one was Lights Out, which was a horror short film, and the short film was very much driven by the horror genre. It used a lot of conventions, and that is kind of what pushed it forward, if that makes sense. Like, that was the main point of the film, but also everything that kind of happened was due to the fact that it was a horror. So there was a lot of, you know, dark scene, like dark lights, and there was a scary character at the end. There was like a rather helpless like protagonist, if that makes sense, which is, you know, conventional horror, and the ultimate goal was to just evoke fear from the audience, which it did. Meanwhile, the second one I looked at, Black Hole, was more driven by the narrative. Like, it doesn't upfrontly address any specific genre, even though I guess ultimately it would be a comedy. It's not like addressing those genre conventions all the time. It doesn't follow like all the conventions of comedy, because, you know, normally you'd have like bright lighting and, you know, funny characters, whereas this just kind of uses like pretty mundane setting, not bright lighting. It's just like an office, and it's like quite a basic concept. There's no like out front jokes or anything, and it's kind of clear that it's based on a moral about you know, greed, rather than following any sort of specific genre conventions. After looking at this, we decided to kind of, for our short film, we decided to look at narrative rather than genre, because we thought that would be easier, and then later we could kind of figure out what genre it would be and apply that, rather than focusing solely on genre, because we feel like we get a better story out of it, if that makes sense. And since the narrative is what kind of drives the story ultimately, and it's what will interest people. So yeah.